G20 is the official dialogue platform between the business community and G20 countries. Through a long and democratic process of collaboration, G20 proposed initiatives and public policies to G20. The Integrity and Compliance Task Force was reinstated under the Brazilian presidency, and it was supported by a deeply group of engaged chairs, co-chairs, members, and network partners.
As we look at the evolving landscape of compliance and integrity, it is also important to think about how government would face these challenges. The B20 Compliance and Integrity Task Force has shared its recommendations with G20, and those was showing that the need for robust solutions for these pressing issues. Could you please also walk us through the key recommendations made by the task force, and how do these recommendations directly address to these challenges or trends?
Really working hard to propose 3 main recommendations. The first one is related to encourage the implementation of integrity and anti-corruption measures to enhance responsible and sustainable governance in business. Going to the next recommendation, during the last editions of B20, the task force has promoted this and stimulates the collective action as a way to foster integrity within the companies. But this year, we decided to focus on the engagement of the public sector on that. Stimulating collective action, engaging the public sector and value chain to uphold integrity. In the third recommendation, we really talk about leading by example. As you have seen, the motto of B20 is inclusive growth to a sustainable future. It means that we won't have a sustainable future without developing an inclusive growth. And we won't promote an inclusive growth without promoting ethical leadership. So the ethics is so important for all of us, for our countries, for our societies. And based on that, we really think that promote ethical leadership is something that the government should engage in, and also the private sector.
Here in Turkey, we also have a great example of second recommendation, promoting collective action. TEİD has been leading the way by stimulating collective action and bringing together stakeholders from civil society and private sector to improve ethical standards and build a culture of integrity. This cooperation actually truly reflects the B20's call for collective action. By engaging key players from across industries, TEİD amplifies the influence of individual efforts and ensures that ethical business practices are not just an isolated effort, but a shared responsibility across industries.
Yes, and building on Oslin points, TEİD is for sure a prime example of how collective action can drive integrity. Your success here, this event here, represents how we can shape a better future for our society and worldwide.
Priscilla, I know the policy paper and its recommendations are for G20 countries. But it is clear from these recommendations that the business community plays a key role in building a future based on integrity and compliance, especially with recommendation 3, which focuses on ethical leadership. Businesses, of course, are not just the drivers of economic growth, but also important contributors to creating a more transparent, inclusive, and responsible environment or economy. Could you please explain how these recommendations encourage businesses to promote ethical practices?
Yeah, sure. When you're talking about ethical leadership, as you remember, our first policy action focused on anti-harassment and promoting a safe and fair workplace. So companies can integrate anti-harassment policies into their existing occupational safety and health systems. In Brazil, we connect because of the law, but we connect the two topics. We are not only talking about the the body health of our employees, but also the mental health of them. And when we analyze risks of occupation and safety health, we also analyze anti-harassment aspects in that topic.